Yeah.
Yeah. So all ready? All prepped up?
Totally. As prepped up as I can be. Now if I've forgotten something, tab dekha jayega.
It's okay, no problem. I think we can fix that at that point of time.
Yeah. We can try to.
So hi everyone, we are back with again a Food Friday with you all guys, and today we have Chef Akanksha Jha with us. She's a 21-year-old aspiring chef in front of us, and she cooks amazing food, guys. You can go and check out her page, and she has her own brand which is called Almod Patisserie. Am I right? Did I pronounce it right?
Yep, Almod Patisserie.
Yeah, so people go and check out her page. She has some amazing recipes for you guys there, and today she's gonna make two amazing dishes for us. One which is a mango raspberry tart, and the second one is a quick mango chia seed pudding. Am I right, Akanksha?
Yep.
Yeah. So now I hand it over to Akanksha, and she'll just rock the floor and teach you guys the delicious two recipes.
Okay. Hi. I don't know how many of you are watching this, which is great because I can only see myself, so I'm not going to be as nervous as I thought I would be. Mango chia pudding. So we're doing two mango desserts today. One is on the healthier side for the people that are trying to, cut down on sugar, make better choices and stuff. I'm not one of those people. And the other one is a mango and raspberry tart, which is of a more indulgent nature. So I'm just gonna start off with the mango chia pudding. So it basically needs only 4 ingredients, which is mango, chia, milk, and honey. Now you can totally skip the honey if the mango that you've chosen happens to be sweet enough for you. So here I've taken 2 bowls with 120 ml of milk and 60 ml of milk. And in the 120 ml, I'm going to be putting 15 grams of chia seeds. And in the 60 ml, I'm going to be putting 8 grams. So basically it is for every 1 gram of chia seeds, you put 7 to 8 ml or grams of milk. Okay. And I'm just going to be stirring this. So this is something that you can make and keep one night prior because the milk takes some time to, solidify. And if you want to have this as a total meal, like just one breakfast meal, so you can have the entire thing all at once. But if you're going for a dessert or a snack, you can divide it and have it throughout the day. So just 1 second. I made some last night and kept it so that I can show you guys what it looks like. So once it's thick, you can see it becomes like this, like a gelatinous mixture. What I'm going to do now is the one with the 60 ml, the smaller quantity, I'm going to be putting 50 grams of mango puree. Okay, and this part I'm only doing because I want to make it look pretty. If you're doing it at home, you don't need to do this. You can totally just dump it all together and eat it. Okay, so here I've mixed it. Yeah, like you see. So why I don't put the mango puree in the beginning is then I'm going to have to add more chia seeds and I don't want to do that. And I'm putting some honey in both the mixture. Okay. Just gonna give that a quick mix. I'm so nervous. This is the first class I'm ever doing. And yeah, luckily some of my friends are going to be here. So I don't know if
Well,
they're
I
already
think till now you're doing it so good, so you should not be nervous at all.
Well, great. So I'm taking a glass. You can take any bowl that's at your home. I'm taking this because this is the prettiest glass that I own. And I'm just gonna put some of the white mixture and then some of the yellow mixture. So since it's not set by gelatin, if you want to make it look pretty, what I do is once it's in the center, I just push it to the side so that you can see a layer of orange.
So it's a two different layers. One is yellow and white. We can see, right?
Yeah. So I've actually made one so that you don't have to sit and watch me do this. So it'll look something like this, if you can see.
Yeah, we can see. So it has a white layer, then a yellow, then again white, and then again yellow.
Yeah, but that is only because I'm doing it for a video. Otherwise, I will not do so much mehnat to eat the chia pudding. Okay, and I'm just gonna be putting some diced mangoes because I like the difference in texture when I'm eating it, and I like my food to look a little pretty. And here, can you believe it? I don't even think it's been 5 minutes and we're done with one dessert.
I think that's the quickest thing we can make.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And it's so tasty. And the thing is, you can have it in a big amount, you know, because it's not very calorie high and it's healthy and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the dessert that I was excited to taste, which is the mango and raspberry tart. Now, this tart recipe that I'm going to tell you, the tart shell, I swear by it. I came across it like basically it was 3-4 recipes that I tried, and then yeah, I made it up. So I have a big bowl that you can use to knead. This is 75 grams of refined flour. You can substitute it with atta, but then you're going to have to add a little more water because atta has more gluten, and 5 grams of powdered sugar. And I'm going to put 50 grams of cold chopped butter. Why is it cold? I'll tell you. I'm going to be using my hands for this part. Now, I'm not going to add the water immediately. So this part is going to be a little long. You're going to just watch me do something and I might not say a lot of stuff. So if you have any questions, ask me now. Okay, I'm just going to press. So what I do is I take the butter cubes in my hand and I just press it between my index and my thumb to flatten it out. So I just want to do that to all the butter cubes. Why I use salted butter is because then I don't have to add extra salt. If you're using unsalted, then just add a pinch of salt to your dough. And you want to get it to like a sandy texture. If your butter isn't cold, if it is, at room temperature or melted, you'll already form a dough by this point and not have any water in it. I'll tell you why water is important. So you want it to be sandy. You don't want it to form a dough. So you see like this. Let me get it closer to the camera, like this. You want it to be like this, okay? And then I'm gonna add 15 grams of water. Now don't add more than 15 grams and don't add less than 15 grams. 15 grams is basically 1 tablespoon of water if you don't have a kitchen weighing scale. You may think that, oh my God, I added too much water, now this dough is so wet, but it isn't. It's going to be perfect. Don't worry about it. When you add less water, what happens is you may be able to make a dough. You may even be able to line your tarts more easily because your dough is less wet. But what will happen is a lot of that water will get evaporated in the oven. And then you'll have a really crumbly tart that will, break very easily. So here we have the dough. It's ready. You see it? That is our tart dough. Now this recipe is good enough to make 3 tarts of this size. This is the size of my palm. Don't ask me in inches. I don't know. It is a small tart. Now, so let me line one tart and show you. I'm going to, so a lot of people say that when you make pastry dough, this is sweet pastry dough or whatever, sablé, there's a lot of names for it. When you make it, you should chill it before you line the tart. I don't do that. I line the tarts right away. So I'll tell you why. I'll chill it later. So this is here. This is my rolling pin. It's really big. You don't have to have such a big rolling pin. Okay. And So grease your tart shells really lightly. Don't put too much oil, and don't make your dough too thin. Now you have to watch this part really carefully, okay? So I'm gonna put it right at the center like this, and then just lift the edges to put it inside. Okay, that's it. So it looks something like this right now. Now I'm going to, hopefully I have a scissor here. Yes, I'm just gonna cut off a major part of the excess, not all of it. Okay, so that it's easier for me to handle. Otherwise I'll tear it. Now here what you do is, you fold the tart, press it and bring it back up. Fold it inside, press it, bring it back up. That makes this crease, which is very, oh shit, I moved my table. Which is very, which people like to get in their tart. Oops. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do this throughout. And then here I have the knife. I'm just gonna trim the edges off. This is not the end of it. I'm just gonna give it one good press again, just to see that the sides are all uniform. Otherwise, the baking won't be uniform. Now, if you guys have all received that picture with the recipe, that only gives you the ingredients, not the procedure. So if you want to note down the procedure, go ahead. If you don't want to, then that is also okay. So it looks something like this, okay? We don't want any cracks to happen in our tart while we're lining it. Now I'm taking a fork and I'm just gonna make some pricks. So people make few pricks, I make a lot of pricks because safety is better. Precaution is better. And I'm gonna do it in the side as well. So what this does is, when you're baking the tart, it helps let the steam go out. Because there's water, there's gonna be steam because there's heat. If you don't do this, nothing's gonna happen. Your tart's still gonna cook, but the base is going to rise up and going to become hard like that. And that's not great, because then you're gonna have really less space for the filling that is the main part. And then you're gonna pop these. Should I line one more and show you, or is this good? Should I move forward?
I think you can show one more to them.
One more? Okay, I will. So I'm gonna take some more of this dough. I'm just gonna repeat everything that I said 2 minutes ago. And for those who are not writing it down, memorize it. Gonna take some more maida.
So what do we do, Akansha, is that this of the video of yours is gonna be on the group for a week. So if people are missing it out, they can come back and see the video again.
Great. So people who are missing it out, next time I'm doing a class, don't miss it. Whoever's watching this.
Because Akansha is doing so much of mehnat and she doesn't want anybody to miss this out.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so I have, now if you like thick tart, you can make it thick also. You can maybe not roll it so thin. I like it slightly thin, so I'm rolling it thin. I'm going to place it in the center and just tuck it a little bit inside. Okay. And then I'm going to use my scissors and cut a major part of the excess dough. Here. Then I'm going to fold it in and press it out. Fold it in and press it out. And just do that throughout. And then use my knife and trim off the edges. And give it one final push, because I think this one's slightly thicker. And do the final trim. So a lot of people say you should do this part with the back of your knife like this, but honestly, it doesn't matter. They'll say that the sharpness of your knife will go. So then I'll sharpen it again. It's okay. It's fine.
Because we have the sharpening tool at home, so we can do that again.
Yeah. And also I don't cut a lot of vegetables since I'm a pastry enthusiast. So I don't
You
really
don't need
require my
much of
knife
the
for
knife
much.
to be sharpened a lot and be kept aside.
Yeah. And like fruits don't require itna zyada
Sharp
sharpness.
knife.
So
Yeah.
here, this is how it is. Okay, so we've lined 2 tarts. I'm not going to show you a third one because the third tart is busy. I'll tell you why. And we're just going to put it in the fridge. Now we're going to put it in the fridge for 20-25 minutes up until, don't worry, I'm not going to make you wait for 25 minutes. So why we do this? We do this so that when you put the tart shell in the oven to bake, it doesn't shrink. It doesn't shrink because that temperature of the oven that would go towards shrinking the tart now goes towards bringing the tart to room temperature. And you bring it out in about 12 minutes. And so once you put it in the fridge for 20-25 minutes, you can switch on your oven to 180 degrees and let it preheat. Once it's done preheating, take it out, take the tarts out of the fridge and put it in the oven and let it bake for 12 to 15 minutes. Now, between 12 and 15, it totally depends on how thick your tart shell is, how many tart shells there are, what oven you have, all that. Okay, so once your tart shell is baked, it's gonna look something like this. Can you see? Nice.
Yeah, we can see. I think it has turned out so beautifully that it's evenly golden in color.
Yeah, it's pretty, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Because
so
I have
tasty.
seen people baking and the tarts are not evenly golden. Somewhere it's golden, somewhere it's white, and somewhere
brown.
Yeah. So it's a very evenly happened.
So that happens when you don't roll it out evenly. So if some parts thin, it becomes brown quicker. If some parts really fat, it remains a little kacha.
Yeah, but I can see the golden part quite evenly in this tart of yours.
Yay!
Good job, Akanksha, in this.
Thanks. Okay. So if any of your tart shells break, this is so tasty. What I do is I just melt some chocolate and I eat it with the broken tart shell. बहुत मजा. Okay. So a lot of times
I think Akanksha is giving us all tips and tricks कि अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो ये कर लेना, ये हो गया तो ऐसा कर लेना. Everything will be possible.
हाँ, बस कुछ वेस्ट नहीं होगा, इतनी गारंटी है. सब खा लेंगे. भुक्कड़ है हम. So हाँ. So you want this to cool completely. Now a lot of people, it comes out very easily. Okay. If you don't have a removable base, you can just make it ulta, invert it, and your tart shell will come out. But what I do is I leave it inside the soda while I'm assembling it till it is completely finished. Why I do that is because how much time do we have? We have time.
We have time, chill. You can do the explanation as the way you want.
Okay. So I leave it within the metallic tart shell, tart ring, whatever you want to call it. Because every time you're handling it from your table to the fridge, back to the table, you have to be really careful if you're handling just the tart. You know, क्योंकि तुम कभी ऐसे पकड़ोगे, थोड़े जोर से पकड़ोगे, टूट जाएगा. If it's inside this, you can handle it however you want and it will not break. So it's like a protective mechanism. Now we're going to make a raspberry compote. Let me get my induction. Now don't laugh at me. I have only one induction pan in my kitchen and it's very big and what I'm going to put inside is going to be very come. But abhi yahi hai mere paas. So here. I've told you to put 75 grams of raspberries. If you don't have raspberries, put other berries. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to put 75 grams of raspberries. This is half the recipe because I'm not going to be filling all 3 tars, but this is for the filling of 3 tars, okay, the 3 small tars. So 75 grams of raspberries and 50 grams of sugar, जो इसमें चिपक चुका है. And ये हो गया. Just put it on medium. And I'm just going to give it a mix. Now, a good tip here, I'm not doing it now, but you can do it, is you can add some lemon zest. You can even add some lemon juice. You can even add a pinch of salt. कुछ भी मीठा बना रहे हो, add a pinch of salt, unless you're using butter in it and your butter already has salt, because salt makes it fat. Salt makes sweet even better. I'm just gonna mash these strawberries up.
Because
So
I
that is
think
easier to
when
put.
sweet and salty is combined a little bit, it gives more enhancement to the bakery products.
Yes. Salt enhances sugar. Salt
Yeah.
is enhanced. So even when you're making, at least when I'm making something savory, मैं थोड़ा सा उसमें चीनी डाल देती हूँ, उसको मजा आता है. So it works either way. So now that is mixed, so I'm going to be using this thing called pectin powder. So you have to put 2 grams. 2 grams may sound like less for about how much? 125 grams of mixture, which is raspberry and sugar, but it's actually a lot. It's very strong, this pectin. Okay, what is pectin? Pectin is a setting agent. It's a setting agent that is, it's a material that is found in plants, mainly from apples. It's similar to gelatin, but it works much faster. Okay, and I'm just gonna make it just a quick whiz, and if you can see, थोड़ा सा thick हो रहा है, और ये बहुत ही जल्दी thick हो जाएगा. So this, when you're doing this, make sure that your tars that are baked and cooled are right next to you, because nahi to it will set in the pan and then you can just get jelly out of the pan. So people use pectin to make packages, chewy and other fruit jellies. A lot of stuff actually. People use pectin for a lot of stuff. अगर pectin नहीं है आपके पास, you make the raspberry and sugar compote, and before that you make a gelatin mass. How will you make the gelatin mass? I will tell you. Let me just pour this mixture into my tart shell. Now what I could have done, what I could have done is I could have put it in a piping bag and piped it very nicely. But I am lazy, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put it straight from the pan into my tart shell. Now you'll see, by the time I'm done making the next layer, this will already be stuck. Okay? Here. Where do I keep? You see, this is the first layer.
Yeah.
And I've put a thin layer of it. You can put how much ever you want, to see aapka tart. And we're done with this. I'm just going to take this off. Give me a second.
Yeah, sure.
So can you see that mess behind me? No, you cannot. Okay, great. Now, so when this raspberry, why are we making it mango and raspberry? Is because mango and white chocolate is already very sweet, so we want to cut off the sweetness to the acidity of raspberry. अभी ये मैंने already एक set करके रखा हुआ था, जो 5 मिनट भी नहीं लगा. You see, like I'm touching it and there's nothing on my finger. Put it completely. Okay. Now, this I'm not going to use it. Use another bowl. Now we're going to make the mango and white chocolate mixture, which is the final mixture on top of the tart, which is super easy. इसमें कुछ नहीं करना होता है. Here you put 100 grams of mango puree and 100 grams of white chocolate. But I'm not going to do that much because I don't have those many cups to fill. So I'm just doing 40 and 40. Okay, and I have melted the white chocolate already. And it's become a little hard. Oh no. Let's hope it works because मेरे घर में एक ही microwave है and I don't want to leave the camera just to melt the white chocolate. Open pray. Yeah. So now this is all a game of luck कि आपका mango कितना bright है तो आपका mixture उतना bright रहेगा. The one that I have already set and kept, you will see, is quite pale, which is sad, but that's the way it is. So और ये बन गया. This is your second layer. I'm just gonna put this on top. And you can either flatten it or you can give it a nice swirl. Okay. And here's your tart. And now you put it in the fridge for about an hour. I was telling you about if you don't have pectin. If you don't have pectin, you take the same amount of raspberries and sugar that I told you. Make a mixture of it in your saucepan, okay, and put it aside while it is still hot. अभी ये करने से पहले take a bowl, put 1.5 grams or 2 grams if you want to be super, super. I don't know the word. I forgot the word. Super sure that it's going to set. So take 2 grams of gelatin and 2 into 5, 10 grams of water. Mix it up and leave it till it becomes a gelatin mass. It will become solid. So then gelatin to kahin pe bhi mil jayega tumko. Then once you've done your raspberry and sugar, while it's still hot, add the gelatin mass to it, and it will melt in the heat. Then put it in your tart and put it in the fridge. So pectin doesn't require the fridge to set, but gelatin does, and it will take a little longer, like about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the quantity and thickness and all that. So now, like I said, जो मैंने बनाया था वो तो अच्छा कैमरा में ज़्यादा पेल नहीं लग रहा, which is great. Now I'm just going to decorate it. Now because there's no reason or there's no rule as to how you need to decorate your tart. So I'm going to put some dried rose petals. These are like my new favorite. I love them. I put them on everything. And some pistachios. There's no pistachio in your tart, but I'm putting it because I like the green and the orange and the pink together. So yeah, I'm gonna put some mangoes. You can put whipping cream, you can put almonds, you can put whatever you want. Nobody's gonna stop you. And yeah, that's your tart. I'm gonna cut one and show you how it looks on the inside because I know that is the fascination ki layers kaise dikhenge.
But it's looking really beautiful, Akanksha. I think the colors which are popping up, the red and the pista green and yellow, it's all complementing each other. And obviously when we cut it, we can see the raspberry color also there.
Correct. Let me put one photo of raspberry also, just for why not. Oh no, I dropped it. Here we go. Give me 1 second. I'm going to wipe my table because there is raspberry juice and my table is white. I chose a white table so that I am compelled to keep it clean. Things we do. Okay. So ये हमारा tart है. I think it's quite cute. You can make, so the recipe I've given you, you can either make 3 small tarts or you can make 1 big tart if you're like.
But I really want you
A
to
lot of
take a
people.
picture after the session, and you should put both the photos, one the uncut one and one with the cut one. So I want you to put both
Okay,
the
done.
photos in the comment section or on the page itself.
Done. Pakka. Will you give me 1 second? I
Yeah,
left my
sure.
favorite knife outside. 1 second, guys. मेरा knife. ये तो हम लोग का knife है, इसका नहीं है। ये मेरा knife है। Okay. Hi, sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna be cutting this now. Best of luck. अगर ये set नहीं हुआ है तो मेरी बहुत बेइज्जती हो जाएगी।
So I don't know if you remember, we used to eat that Jim Jam biscuits. It is just giving me a flashback of my memory and having a mango and raspberry Jim Jam biscuit. Because it's just looking like that.
Yeah, it is. I didn't think about it, but it is. That is very, very true. Oh,
It's looking.
One thing that I realized during this class कि आपको अगर ये ग्लास खरीदने तो खरीद लो because apparently it is fall proof.
I think you should put the link in the description of the glasses also. You should put in the description box.
I'll do that. Pakka. So
But the tart looks amazing, Akansha. The mango chia seed pudding was super easy and looks really delicious.
Yeah.
And I hope both of them taste also very delicious.
I don't want to taste in front of you because then I won't be able to take picture.
No.
I've tasted it a lot of times.
Okay, but I want you to take pictures and I want you to post it on the group because I want people to see that what was the outcome and what was the end result of that, because the result is definitely very beautiful.
Yay!
Yes. And thank you so much for the session. Thank you so much for your time and teaching us these two super quick recipes, because I think it's half an hour. It took half an hour and both the recipes are done. So I think
I didn't expect it, but
if people want to make the tarts and keep it ready and then do the filling later also, they can do that also.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice trick if you have people coming home post-corona. If you want to, impress them with something that looks super fancy and super easy to make, this is great.
So definitely, it's amazing hosting you. Thank you so much for the session, and thank you so very much for these two beautiful recipes. And we are definitely waiting for the pictures to be on the group.
Yeah, sure. Today only I'll send it.
Sure. Bye. Take care. Thanks.
See you. Bye.